Hey everybody, and welcome back to some more Tales of Berseria. I'm John Mugiwara Jan, and let's continue. When I last left off, we found out what the hell is going on with the resurrection of Enomenon. Apparently, they have all these monsters at these points in the world, and they're keeping them in cages to like feed Enomenon to like rebirth it. So basically, what the party wants to do is either kill those monsters or remove them.
The nights are so cold of late.
So basically, think of like them trying to give birth to a new god, like planting a tree. Rip out the roots.
No matter how much flamestone they mine from Mount Killerhouse, they can't get it shipped out. I'm sure the Abbey is aware of the situation. It's not just us who are suffering. We have to endure.
Times like these is when we need to practice Lord Artorius' teachings. The many outweigh the individual.
Exactly. I'm sure Lord Artorius will think of us soon and send aid.
He doesn't give a damn about any of you.
How dare you!
The many outweigh the individual, right? Artorius wants to save humanity as a whole. Your individual troubles aren't important to him.
You have no idea what you're talking about. Aren't we part of the whole he wants to save?
What happy fools.
Sorry about that. She didn't get to see his speech, so she's been taking it out on everyone around her.
Really? What a troublesome kid.
But really, that speech was incredible.
Oh my god, it's like talking to Neolibs.
When will the High Priest return to us?
Keep this between us, but I heard Lord Gideon was killed by demons.
Surely that's not true.
It most certainly is true. Hey, shh, they'll hear you.
I know someone who works in the palace, and he said the demon was a girl with the head of a wolf and the body of a gorilla.
But how could a demon have gotten into the palace?
Apparently, there was a power struggle among the higher-ups, and Gideon's enemies snuck the demon into his villa. They say that's why people sometimes heard terrifying screams coming from the place.
Oh, is the demon still there?
No idea. Rumor says she escaped, but I wouldn't worry. There's no way she'd stick around here.
That's what you think. She's right here, so you'd better watch out.
Stop messing around already.
She's serious about her messing around. Oh yeah, in between recording, I beat this thing. I was getting tired during the last stream and I didn't
Eleanor, I need you to wait outside.
Stream anymore, but I
The
didn't want
boss
to
of
get
the
that boss done.
Bloodwings knows an exorcist is with us, but...
Say no more. I'm sure they have clients who wouldn't appreciate their faces being known to the Abbey.
Correct. Laphicet, you stay with Eleanor.
Okay.
I'll be back soon.
My thanks for coming all this way. It's been a while. Would you care for a peach pie?
What do you want?
It would do you good to unwind every now and again, you know. Stretch a bow too far and its string is bound to snap.
What do you want?
I would like you to escort this person out of the capital.
That bird? Oh, the person.
Something smells about this. Literally. Where am I taking them?
Somewhere the authorities can't reach them.
Sounds nice. I could do with such a place myself.
No joke. We've been looking for a place to lay low, but we haven't had any luck yet.
Well, come to think of it, I've heard a rumor that it's been a while since the Abbey has had any contact from Titania.
Prison Island.
Titania? But I thought the Abbey was in direct control of that place. Has the situation there gotten that bad since you left?
Sometimes the answer is right under your nose. I think it might work.
Yeah, could make a decent hideout actually. The Therians could definitely get their fill of malevolence there.
And the
Abbey is far too goody-goody to imagine an escaped prisoner would ever return to her prison by her own free will.
At the very least, I'd say it's worth checking out.
I take it our intel has proven useful.
It has. But before we go, have you heard anything about the Abbey harboring demons?
I'm aware there was a demon in the villa, and that it has been relocated.
Where?
I can't say right this moment, but I'm sure we will find out shortly.
All right, then in exchange for this passenger's safety, I want more information on that demon.
You've got a deal. Eisen, I heard about your confrontation with Melchior. I'm sorry I wasn't able to help you find him.
Yeah, he really blew that one, Toots.
It's fine. What's done is done.
Have you given up on finding Eifried?
No, I haven't. The crew and I will do whatever we can to quash the Abbey's plans. We do them enough damage, and the Abbey ought to start thinking about putting their hostage to good use. They'll set him up as a trap for us, and that's when we'll steal him back.
Attacking the Abbey to create an opening for his escape.
Clever.
It's what Eifried would do. That's all.
Reminds me I didn't open the guide just yet.
They're taking a while. Yeah.
The Shepherd has a special mission for you. You are to protect the Malak Laphicet and bring him to the Logris Abbey headquarters.
Oh, shit!
What's wrong? Hey, you want to take a walk around the capital for a bit? I can show you some of the sights.
Better not.
But, You can't trust me. I understand.
No, it's not bad. I promise. I'd love to go sightseeing with you, Eleanor.
Laphicet. Well, we'll do it another time, okay?
Why?
It's just, you know, Velvet would get mad at us.
Get mad about what?
Ah, you're done. And who is this?
A VIP entrusted to us by the head of the Bloodwings. We're stowing them away on Titania where the bad guys can't get at them.
The prison island? Just who is this person?
Didn't ask.
What?
Hey, something smells nice.
Huh?
Stop sniffing things. We're
They're
leaving.
sniffing that person specifically.
I can't believe you take a job without bothering to ask who you're escorting or why.
The less you know, the less trouble you invite.
Ooh, already something better for Rokuro.
Who is that caped man?
I do not know, but his hawks seemed extraordinarily well trained.
Trained to hunt, maybe?
I'd imagine. It takes a great deal of time and money to train a bird like that. What is it?
I smell something nice.
Indeed. The scent is somehow familiar. It can't be.
What are you two sniffing
They're sniffing
at?
the stranger.
Aha! They're bloodhounds on the hunt!
But we're talking about hawks hunting, aren't we?
Come again?
Oh, I'm sorry. Please excuse my poor manners.
Actually, that's the direction of the castle. We're not going that way. God, I wish this game had a sprint. Why walk out that way when we can just take the, just use a bottle to get there? I'd rather have a fast travel. Good lord, this game needs a fast travel. Like, I don't mind not being able to fast travel in the beginning, but like most Tales games, like once you got like a certain point, you just hop wherever you want. This bottle thing's a nuisance.
This is bullcrap. You're gouging us just because you can.
Well, if you want to pay less, maybe you should go find someone more generous.
Looks like they're at it again.
What the hell was that? People are getting sleepy.
Huh? What's happening?
Benwick, snap out of it! Benwick!
Huh? I was haggling for supplies, and...
Tell you what, I'll give you a fair price. Actually, just take what you need. We should all endeavor to help contribute to the common good of humanity, rather than selfishly pursue wanton
Who's
profit.
the guy?
What? Are you sure?
No. Wait. What was I saying?
You felt that too, didn't you, kiddo?
Yeah. It disappeared, but I felt a strong force coming from somewhere to the north.
It's called a domain. A Moloch's zone of influence.
Wait, if it's north of here, then...
The Empyrean's throne?
Did that happen because of something Innominat and Artorias did?
I don't know.
He made the guy who runs
Got
the
a
port
bad
not an
feeling
asshole.
about this. We should get far away from here, and
For
quickly.
like 5 seconds.
So, the suppression.
Oh, so he is gonna talk. Oh, I guess there's another dialogue piece.
Well, that was certainly off-putting. But our job with Tabitha comes first. And we need a hideout soon, too.
True enough.
Hey, geezer, you alright? What nonsense are you spouting, youngin'?
That's one spirited old man.
Well, it's just that you suddenly got all polite on me, and you were all like, "Oh no, good chum, worry not about your debt to me." I thought I said stop spouting nonsense. It's not nonsense. You did say it. I heard you say it.
He did, but we were all acting strangely. You said, "After you, fine sir." And I said, no, I simply couldn't. You first, dear friend. There's no way in hell I would ever let you go first.
Come to think of it, that's right. But he said not to worry about our debts, and now he's taking it back? That's inhuman, cruel, ruthless.
They lost control of themselves, but still have their memories. Maybe something was manipulating them.
What in the world happened to us?
I don't get it, but what I do get is that he said we don't owe him nothing. So my debt to you is off, right, old man?
Same here, same here.
Shut your traps. I'd be flat broke if I let you knuckleheads off the hook. Now shut up and pay up.
Something really strange happened here.
Seems so. And I think this is just the beginning of it.
It's gonna be like the world's worst supervillain powers. Like, I'm gonna rob the people of their free will for 6 seconds. And what happens after 6 seconds? Nothing.
Scout ship setting sail.
So where's Titania at? Oh, there it is. Right back to where it all began.
All right, we're safely on the rolling waves. Don't you think it's time you showed us your face, mystery monk?
You're right. My apologies.
I knew it! Prince Percival!
Percival Ilmid Asgard, crowned prince and heir to the throne of the Midgand Kingdom.
So he's next in line, is he?
It looks like someone already had me figured out.
Yes, Your Highness. I could tell from your fragrant wood scent, as only the royal family may wear it. But if I may ask, why?
Must I explain myself to gain your aid? I myself could ask what an exorcist is doing consorting with members of the underworld.
Got your ass.
I don't...
It doesn't matter why you're here. On this ship, you're here for us to use to our advantage.
Treat me as you will. It's not like I can ever go back.
For a fellow born with silver spoons spewing out of his mouth, Princi Poo's rather laid back.
Prince Percival is an upstanding man, renowned for both his intelligence and his fair, just demeanor. It's widely believed that with him on the throne, Midgand's prosperity will continue and
that's why the theocracy wants nothing to do with him.
But I smelled that scent too. He wore it for us to notice. He wanted us to know just what sort of position he held, and how useful he could be to us.
He surprised me, at least.
Do you think we're being led into another trap?
We definitely can't take that possibility off the table.
When the time comes, he'll make a good hostage, if nothing else.
Not if the ones we face are after his life too.
For now, let's just make sure we keep an eye on him.
The prince. He said he couldn't go back.
I wonder why.
Sorry about that. I was, Oop.
The whole island's a prison.
My
It's
Christmas
like a
tree lights
secret
weren't in my
fort or
room weren't on,
something.
and I was trying to figure out why.
Weirdly quiet, though.
Yeah, I don't see a single exorcist on watch.
Let's scope out the inside.
An exorcist.
Are you all right?
Headless Knights back.
She's dead. The Headless Knight is back?
Monkey.
Think this is the demon that attacked her?
Another prison riot?
Kurogane, dial. You two protect Kamoana and the prince.
Understood.
You're giving me a headache.
Stay sharp! This one must have survived the riot!
I just heard what she said. God damn it.
Hold up! Hold up! No escape!
Well, that about does it.
So did the Abbey actually fail to quell the riot?
Yeah, I guess so.
I find that hard to believe. The prison was heavily staffed with exorcists.
Perhaps it was venomization.
Venomization?
A dark ritual, forcing demons to eat each other in order to produce ever stronger demons.
So the demons devoured each other, creating a demon too powerful for the exorcists to control?
I imagine the riot didn't help.
Now whose fault could that have been, I wonder?
Whatever happened doesn't matter to us now. We need to focus on how to take this place for ourselves.
That exorcist from before said something about a headless knight, right?
That one's probably the leader.
Then we hunt it down and destroy it.
Until we capture the island, let's use this room for our staging ground. I'll leave the prince and Kamoana to you two. Eliminate any enemies who come in.
Understood.
Don't expect much from me, but all right.
Kamoana, if anything happens, call for me and I'll come running to protect you, okay?
Okay, you stay safe too, Eleanor.
Let's go.
Wouldn't it be wild if they made the prison their base?
I'm ready for this.
What's this? Are we done already?
This island reeks with malevolence.
I imagine it's emanating from all the big old demons roaming about.
Hey, it's you again.
I'm so busy. I'm so busy I can't even notice what's going on around me.
You're not fooling anybody. Why bother?
I was hoping to not have to deals with yous guys. Whenever I run into yous, I always lose so much monies.
Because Velvet always forces unreasonable demands on you?
Oh, Miss Exorcist, your concern warms my little turtle's heart.
I'm not forcing anything. I just think he's trying to take advantage of us by fixing his prices well above market rate.
Price fixing? As in deliberately marking up items so as to take advantage of the less fortunate? I was under the impression that the Abbey strictly forbade such unscrupulous business tactics.
Ah! Perish the thought, Miss. Our accounting is always above board. 25 hours a day, 8 days a week. No matter whens and no matter wheres, you can get whatever you needs for the same fair price.
That's good to hear. Eleanor, give the nice turtles that smile he so desires.
I'm sure running a business is hard work. Hang in there.
Much obliged.
Don't get careless!
Even a short weapon is effective up close.
And training!
I might have skipped that scene by accident.
Woo! That's a big hit!
Here.
Oh, fuck. Meant to throw that on me. Meant to throw that. Oh, no. Oh, god damn it. I'm all the way back to the beginning, aren't I? Oh, that's some shit.
Stupid monkey, you're giving me a headache. Stay sharp. This one must have survived the riot.
Victory is ours.
This island reeks with malevolence.
I imagine it's emanating from all the big old demons roaming about.
Hey, it's you.
From the way you were talking, it seemed like you had an idea of who was behind the riot. What happened here?
I'd think someone in your position would know.
There were reports of a large riot, but I was caught up in chasing you, so I heard little else.
It was a small affair, really. Velvet Rokuro and I were being held on this island. Velvet instigated the other prisoners to riot so that we could escape.
She used the prisoners?
Yeah. You'd expect different from me?
How did it end?
We didn't stay to see, but the prisoners were losing badly. At least, that's what it looked like. But if that was the case, then where did all the exorcists go?
I know Oscar left to report the incident, but the other guards should have remained at their posts.
Well, if they didn't flee, we have to assume they were all killed.
By this headless knight, perhaps? Well, no sense losing our heads, I suppose. But it looks like we're in for a heck of a fight.
All we have to do is mop up anyone who's left. What was it called? Venomization, right? The dark ritual of making demons feed on each other to birth stronger ones.
Eisen, how many demons does the ritual require?
It's more a matter of quality than quantity. Stronger demons mean more powerful malevolence.
The ritual mixes the victor's malevolence with that of the devoured, creating a terrible, bloodthirsty monster. You see, the newfound power comes at a great cost. With it, the victor's last vestiges of self-control are stripped away.
So it's something even more than a monster. A seething ball of pure power and malevolence.
Roguro, don't tell me you're considering it for yourself.
Of course I am. I'll consider anything that can make me stronger.
You cannot be serious!
What's there to be so surprised about? Well, look at Velvet. She's already eaten countless demons.
You're ridiculous!
He's right. If it helps me find my vengeance, I don't care.
Velvet?
Wait, are you really going to do it?
Relax, it's not gonna happen. Becoming a monster wouldn't bother me. But when I defeat my rival, I have to be myself for it to mean anything. It's the same for Velvet.
It is?
Besides, if I kill a previous victor of the ritual, I'll have proved myself strong enough not to need the extra power.
You're ridiculous.
You better be ready.
A complete victory!
Yeah, they're not as good as those.
The Headless Knight!
He must be the product of the venomization.
Well, he definitely looks vicious enough.
Not as vicious as our Velvet, though.
Where's his voice even coming from?
No mercy! Wounds I won't shoot!
I thought I took the other one. Oh, during an 8 or higher combo.
Well, that takes care of that.
Yeah.
I feel something again.
More malevolence?
No, another Earth Pulse point. It must be on this island.
I sense it too. It's very close.
Directly underneath us, I would guess.
What is this place?
Welcome to the most secure cell in the entire complex. The darkest hole in Titania. Feel anything, Laphicet?
Yeah, I think this is the Earth Pulse point.
If this cell is where the Earth Pulse point is, then does that mean it housed a
They were going to
Therian?
use her as one.
Yeah. And a real hungry one at that. Every day, they would toss demons into its cell. It would devour its fill, then wipe the blood from its lips. Never once realizing it was delivering to Inominat the malevolence of hundreds of demons and prisoners. And then one day, there appeared before it a female Moloch, who shattered the barrier and freed the Therian from its cage. But the Therian knew no mercy, and it devoured its liberator. And it was then... It was then I obtained the power. The power to avenge my brother.
Velvet, you're a Therian?
This prison island was a feeding ground for the Therian, harnessing the malevolence created by the prisoners within.
But because Velvet escaped, the malevolence went out of control.
Wow, the same darn thing that happened back in Kamawana's village.
Lord Artorias would never have done
He
such
did
a
exactly
thing.
that.
No. What's so unbelievable? That he used his wife's brother as a human sacrifice? That he imprisoned his wife's sister? Because that's what your damned holy shepherd did! All to get his hands on Inominat's power!
I'm sure he had a reason for...
A reason? To spare the world of its pain? Don't give me that! Who will spare my brother's pain? Who will soothe my brother's despair? He murdered my little brother Luffy! And you'll stand there and tell me it was for the greater good? At any rate, that's one less Therian for us to track down.
Velvet.
Help! Eleanor!
Oh, it's the kid.
Come, Moana?
What? Did Velvet yell at you so hard you're starting to hear voices now?
I have a feeling something's wrong. Kamoana could be in danger.
But we already beat the Headless Knight.
I still can't shake this feeling. Please, let's go back and check on them.
Velvet is a Therian, is she? I knew there was something off about her.
But it's what she cried out that's really on my mind. Laphicet, is Velvet truly Lord Artorias' younger sister?
She never told me.
If it were true, I suppose it would explain her knowledge of Lord Artorias' training.
If you're so curious, why not ask her yourself? Hey, Velvet, what's your connection to Artorias?
Rokuro, have some tact!
I heard you whispering. It doesn't bother me. Artorias was married to my late sister, Celica. He was our brother-in-law. We lived together for more than 10 years.
That does explain a few things.
So he sacrificed his little brother and turned his sister into a Therian.
But you were his family.
To his view of the grand scheme, family is inconsequential. The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. All he did was act according to his ideal logic. Well, enough chit-chat. Let's get moving.
It's like if he took Spock's dying words and used them to justify being evil.
So it turns out that Velvet is a Therian who consumes malevolence.
And too much malevolence is what changes people into demons. Strong enough malevolence can persist after the person who created it dies, turning their corpse or spirit into a raging monster. That's how undead and phantom demons come about.
Then the demons Velvet killed turned back into humans because she devoured their malevolence.
Yeah, and consequently, they avoided becoming undead or anything like that.
So she saved them. Well, I mean, a corpse is a corpse, of course, of course.
Do you think she could devour only the malevolence and turn a living demon human again?
What the fuck?
Unfortunately, that's impossible due to malevolence's self-reinforcing nature. When Therians are connected to Inominat through an Earth Pulse point, they seem to be able to absorb small concentrations of malevolence from the surrounding area and inhibit the creation of new demons. But any human who builds up enough malevolence to turn into a demon will keep producing malevolence as long as they live.
That's right. To devour any malevolence, I need to cut it off at the source. That's how my powers work.
Velvet, I'm sorry.
I don't mind it. Actually, I find it convenient. This way, I'll never forget my hatred for Artorias.
Plus, as long as you stay away from an Earth Pulse point, you get to keep the power of any malevolence you consume.
Fuel for my hatred. Yes.
Oh.
Scout ship setting sail.
That was Kamala! Kamala!
Eleanor! You really came back for me.
A promise is a promise, sweetheart.
A headless knight and a horse demon.
It's giving off a ton of malevolence.
This must be the true survivor of the venomization process.
Oh, I get it! The dying exorcist lady wasn't saying Headless Knight is back. She was going for Headless Knight on horseback.
Whatever the case,
I'm gonna call
do whatever
Nickelbot.
we have to claim this island.
Now I can't help but wonder how the horse's name.
Get close and look if you're that curious.
See this? Get it started! Gateway! See this? See this? Gateway! See this? Gateway!
Better register! Here it comes! Bring down! Better
I call for backup. Shit.
That's venomization, all right. Definitely stronger than that headless lump of armor.
I beg your
I was just about to
Not
say.
you.
I resent that. Oh, crap!
The demon from the villa?
No, look! It's absorbing the malevolence. It's a Therian.
Actually, that hawk is Griffin, my one and only friend.
A damned Therian. So that's what Tabitha meant when she said we'd find out shortly.
But Your Highness, why do you have a Therian?
It's like I said. Griffin has been my dear friend ever since I was a child. Even if he's a Therian now, that hasn't changed.
So you knew you were helping a Therian escape. What are you plotting?
I have no plots or schemes. I just want Griffin to be free.
I guess we shouldn't be surprised. The Crown Prince and future king, he's gonna do whatever he likes.
I suppose I am at that. But if I am, it's the first time I've ever been allowed a choice of my own. When you're a prince, you're not a person. You're an institution, one designed to serve the state and its people. Say, for instance, you're doing your law studies and your back suddenly itches. What do?
I mean, I'd scratch it. Who wouldn't?
When I did that, my tutor gave me a whipping so hard the blood ran down my back. The reason being that I prioritized a personal feeling, that is to say my itch, over my studies in service of the state. Seeing Griffin lay claim to the skies let me imagine my own freedom. It was my lone solace over the years. But then, he turned out to be responsive to Innominat's power.
I take it the Midgand royal family is well aware that the Abbey is creating Therians.
Of course. How could we not? The kingdom offers unequivocal support to Shepherd Artorius' vision of reason and will. Even so, if there was one thing I could never permit, it was seeing Griffin locked up and unable to fly. Never. I tricked the Exorcist on guard and disabled the barrier. But then Griffin attacked the Exorcist and killed him.
That's why you said you could never go back.
They can overlook a single dead Exorcist, but with a Therian removed, malevolence will engulf the capital.
I knew full well what I was doing. And yet, I couldn't watch my friend's life be stripped away.
Your Highness.
He chose a single bird over the world. Why do you think that birds fly?
That's what Lord Artorius asked me.
My anatomy book says birds can fly because their bones are light and their wing muscles are enormously strong.
Birds fly because a bird that cannot fly is no bird at all. That's what I think.
A bird that cannot fly is a penguin. Or a kiwi.
I understand now.
Well,
as
the
long
dodos
as
are
you
gone.
remain on this island, you may do as you please. But if you try to escape, I'll kill you.
That should work. This way we'll have him on hand if we ever need a hostage.
Understood. I appreciate you letting Griffin and me stay here.
Well, now that that's taken
Thank
care
you
of,
for giving me
let's
a
build
home in
ourselves a
jail.
hideout.
I might change the name of the episode to Hello Dad, I'm in jail. I like it here. Oh fuck, we leveled up like mad. That must have been a strong ass boss. We're probably gonna make the world like real fucked now. Like every time we kill one of those
Hey, Velvet. Do
hold
you
on.
know where Eleanor is?
Wasn't she just playing with you?
Yeah. But then she left. I'm worried because she looked pretty sad. Can you go find her?
Why me? All right, fine. Just don't cry on me, okay?
Yeah, I can't take that raspy crying of yours.
Huh. A most interesting interpretation. What do you make of this part here, then?
Well, if you pronounce it Loney Kyle, then it'd mean midriff, which probably isn't right. Maybe Muse Mila?
Well, that would make this
Whoa!
passage read.
Muse Mila, I know those two.
Okay. Yeah, that's not right either. What's wrong, Velvet?
Have you seen Eleanor?
No, I haven't. Sorry, I know I'm supposed to watch her.
Just read somewhere where there's more light. You'll hurt your eyes like this.
Okay.
Alright, I was gonna wait till these scenes were over, but I really have to go to the bathroom, so I will be right back, ladies. And we're back. Sorry about that, everybody. Oh boy. Alright. So we're just listening to some character scenes.
Hey, Rokuro, have you seen Eleanor?
Probably. I don't know. Bit drunk.
Just try not to go overboard.
But man, are we a bunch of screw-ups or what? I mean, we've kidnapped a prince now. They gotta have laws against
They
that.
do!
Broke out of prison, flattened Helavis, tried to assassinate a shepherd. Hey, how many infractions do you think we're on the hook for?
Pardon me if I don't stop and count. If you don't like it, nobody's forcing you to tag along.
No, I still haven't repaid my debt to you.
You say that, but you really just want to beat Shigure, don't you?
Whoa, to me they're both connected. It's a long story, but I can tell you if you...
I'll pass.
Well, join me for a drink then?
Can't. I'm 19. Hey, you got any idea where Eleanor is?
No, sorry. I was having a meeting with Benwick and the crew about our search for Eifried.
Are you sure you're okay with putting that off? At this point, the Abbey doesn't have much reason to keep him alive. Wouldn't you rather look for him than Therians?
I know time is a factor, but we still don't have any decent leads. I think we need to stir up the Abbey and see what shakes loose. And who better to do that than you?
So this works for both of us then?
Never fear. I'm still acting out of self-interest. Besides, Eifried won't die so easily.
He's a strong man. It'd take a lot to bring him down.
Yeah. I've never seen him flinch from a storm, no matter how choppy the seas.
Where angels fear to tread, as they say.
Probably some of that as well.
Hey, any idea where Eleanor went?
How should I know? I'm too busy to spare any time worrying about anyone else.
You look pretty distinctly unoccupied to me right now.
Right. I'm busy being unoccupied.
You're... what?
It's simple. When you have free time, it means you're busy trying to avoid having any business to do.
You're too weird for this world, Magilou.
Says the woman with the world's blandest personality.
I always figured you'd be the type to take off as soon as things got hairy. So what keeps you here?
I am utterly, completely, totally, wholly devoid of anything else to do. Which is to say I'm...
unoccupied.
Right, now you get it. Besides, I have to stick around to see how our bet turns out, don't I?
I bet I've already forgotten.
There you are, Eleanor. Kamoana's worried about you.
You actually came looking for me?
Can't say no to a crying child.
Indeed. She may be a Therian now, but deep down, she's still a lonely little girl. That's something I've come to realize in traveling with you all. Wretched demons and Therians, even the Malakim who I'd only thought of as tools, they all live and think as humanly as the rest of us. I was so clueless. I didn't know what demon blight really was, nor what the Abbey was doing. Through it all, I knew nothing beyond blind belief in whatever I was taught.
Ignorance is bliss, as they say.
The coward's path is not that of an exorcist. They may say, I didn't know anything, so I can't be blamed. I can't live like that. I think I'll stay here a little longer to cool my head off. Please tell Kamoana I'm alright.
Don't stay out too long. The sea breeze can get cold.
Thank you.
Don't get the wrong idea. If you got sick or something, Kamoana and Laphicet would worry. That's all.
I have something to say. There's something I've been hiding, until now. I've been acting undercover on a special mission for Lord Artorias. I was to watch over the Malik Laphicet and bring him to Abbey headquarters. So vital was the mission, I was to do whatever it took, even kill my fellow exorcists.
You were gonna take me to them.
I'm sorry for deceiving you, Laphicet. Originally, I was going to get you to lower your guard, then take you in. However, I no longer intend on following the Abbey's orders.
You're turning your back on Artorias?
No. I still believe in the sincerity of Lord Artorias. That the world he seeks is one that will benefit all humankind. But nevertheless, I simply cannot bring myself to condone the methods he has chosen to achieve that vision, so... I will help you protect the Therians, until I discover the answer I seek.
Eleanor!
I want to live a life that I don't have to be ashamed of, and to do that, I have to learn the truth for myself.
So, you live by your emotions after all.
Maybe you found your own creed.
Welcome to our wonderful world of wickedness.
Don't equate us! To act in opposition of one's feelings is to act opposed to reason.
You never make things simple, do you?
You should be glad I don't.
Yeah. After all, she's my vessel.
We were gonna get that bell off his neck?
Yes, yes.
So, I think our next order of business is
Proof of destroying reason and plunging the world into chaos. Your quest still goes on.
to find ourselves another Therian. Well, that's the extent of my insight. Anyone got any actual leads?
What if we had Eleanor swipe some intel on them from the Abbey? That could work.
I don't know.
It wouldn't work. Officially, the Abbey still considers her a traitor, so who would leak anything to her?
Yeah. Besides, we can't put Laphicet in danger like that. And anyway, Eleanor's terrible at being a spy.
Ungracious, but accurate.
You know that special underground cell from yesterday? I want to go back there. There's something I want to try out.
All right, let's go.
Laphicet, I must offer you an apology.
What for?
For spying. I was plotting to take you back to the Abbey. I am truly sorry.
It was your mission, wasn't it? Somehow I think I always knew.
You were kind of obvious with that the other night.
You did? Call it a hunch. Besides, Velvet was really suspicious of you. Whenever you feel you're doing something wrong, you start to sweat a lot. It seemed odd.
How long have you known?
Ever since you became a vessel for me. I think Velvet knew too.
Whenever I'm fused with you, I feel
Quite
it.
a shock. I failed completely in my role as a spy. It's pathetic. Shameful, really.
Well, I think it says something good about you.
Huh?
Someone who can't lie well seems like a better person than someone who has an easy time of it.
Thank you, Laphicet. I think you're the better person here.
I wouldn't go that far.
What are you doing here, Bienfu?
I was hoping you'd let me join in!
We're in the middle of something important. Please leave us be for now.
I'll be quiet. Just let me hang around, all
We keep forgetting you're here.
Afraid not.
Madame Eleanor is a mealyhead!
Have we, like, only seen that
She's a
thing
what?
in skits?
Laphicet, thank you. I hope we can stay friends.
I hope so too, Eleanor.
Hey, Bienfu, I have a question for you. I know Magilu likes to call herself a witch and all that, but what is she really?
The obvious guess would be that she's an exorcist, but I don't think I ever saw her name in the roster.
That's not surprising. She is indeed a bona fide dark witch. I should know. I saw one night just how scary she could be. It's enough to keep you awake at night. It was near the crater of a volcano. Above the bubbling magma sat a huge cauldron. Inside the cauldron, a blood-red liquid stickily simmered, boiling in the hellfire heat. When droplets splattered onto Miss Magilu's cheeks, she just cackled and licked it off, and she kept the cauldron boiling for 3 days and 3 nights. What was she making?
Buffalo wings.
Strawberry jam.
What? What's scary about that?
I was just getting to the scary part. Instead of using sugar, she put in soy sauce, cooking wine, and liquor. Soy sauce and strawberries? Is that normal? You wouldn't think so, but that contrasted sweetness, sourness, and saltiness actually makes it taste great. Not that someone like you would understand the appeal. You have to have a refined palate like mine to appreciate it.
Wait, I've heard of that. You can boil things in soy sauce and wine to preserve them. When you do it with strawberries, it's called strawberry soup.
That's right!
Actually, strawberry soup has sea urchin and abalone, not strawberries. It's just called that because the sea urchin plumps up like berries. And it's not preserved either.
Really? Well, I had no idea. Wow, I really liked it too. I wonder if the reason she's never made it for me again is because she realized the mix-up. Now that I think about it, that's not the only thing I like that she made one time. Like durian jellies and the candied sweet fish too.
I think I see what's going on here.
What does the food she's made more than once taste like?
It's just normal stuff, like what you guys always have. Only a truly scary witch could hide that much cooking talent behind such plain-tasting food with no one the wiser.
I know this smell.
Yeah, it's Prince Percival's fragrant wood perfume. When I told him I'd never smelled it before, he put a little on my sleeve to try it out.
I love the smell of the royal family's perfume. It's distinct, but not overpowering. It's made from Fandaria trees, conifers that grow in a snowy land.
I've noticed that you and Velvet and Magilu smell nice too. Do you all wear the same perfume?
We do? We don't use that stuff, but maybe you're smelling the soap we use.
Oh, can only the royal family wear fragrant wood?
No. Some fragrances, including the Fandaria scented ones, only the royal family can use, but most don't have any such restriction.
If they all smell so good on humans, why doesn't everyone use them?
You know, I've never thought about that. Why do you think that is, Eisen?
It's a bit complicated. To explain it right, I'd have to start with the history of bathing in Midgand. A few hundred years ago, people believed they would die if they took a bath. They were so terrified of baths that they wouldn't even go near one.
I can't believe people would be scared of taking a bath. Why would that even happen?
Well, at the time, a deadly plague was running rampant, and people thought that it could be transmitted through bathwater. Bear in mind that this was all before we had proper plumbing or techniques to purify water. People couldn't just bathe anywhere. Sewers like the one we used to sneak through Logres are a fairly recent construction, only around a century old.
Some people even thought bathing at all was unhygienic.
Right. As bathing went out of style, the royal family started to use these fragrant woods.
Covering up their bad smell with a good one.
Yep. As a result, their perfumes used to be far more potent, to the point where you couldn't even tell if it smelled good anymore.
But nowadays, nobody actually believes that bathing can make you sick, right?
As civilization advanced, plumbing became widespread, and baths themselves became much cleaner fixtures than they used to be.
And the fragrant woods fell out of favor because they were no longer necessary, right?
To the contrary, as the people gained prosperity, the perfumes became a popular display of wealth. The newfound popularity didn't last long, however, thanks to the propagation of a new disease. One that didn't transmit through baths.
Demon blight, you mean?
With the rise of demon attacks, life outside the city walls became increasingly difficult. With fragrant woods now harder to come by, the perfumes once again became the domain of royalty.
I guess that means that fragrant woods share a long and complicated history with plagues.
To cover up the truth of malevolence, the powers that be spread rumors of a demon plague, continuing their time-honored tradition of covering up one stink with another.
So, what do you think of the perfume? Do you like it?
Yeah, it smells nice. But I think I like the smell of soap better.
Huh?
This island is so amazing! It's far away from any other people and has so much hidden stuff underground! It's such a perfect hideout! Just thinking about it makes me so excited to be here!
Yeah, I guess.
What's wrong? You were so excited to be here before! Don't be such a drag, Laphicet! It's just that this used to be a prison. People were brought here to suffer.
If you're worried about how I feel, don't be. If I really hated this place, I wouldn't have made it my base.
Hell, I was imprisoned here too, but now it's the secret fort I always dreamed of.
I still haven't forgiven the guard who ate all those marron glacés I was sent.
I'll let the past be the past. What part of secret fort are you not getting?
Yeah.
But it can't all be just for fun and games here either. In order to maximize the success of our future battles, we need to maintain and improve this base going forward.
This place seems sturdy as it is. Does it really need more work put into it?
Nonsense. This place was built to specialize in holding prisoners. We can make it better suit our needs.
What are you proposing exactly?
Well, I think we need to start with smokescreen generators. They'll be effective against intruders unfamiliar with the layout here. Of course, afterwards we'll have to clean up all the soot, but still.
No thanks.
I think we need something to put out fires. The fire at Helavis was really scary.
We have Malakim like you who could use water arts, though. If anything happens, you can just put it out.
Oh yeah, I guess that's true.
What we really need are some secret underground tunnels. If things get too hairy here, we'll need an underground escape route. We can put in hidden doors, and even some fake ones to trick the enemy, too.
We have 2 separate docks. That's good enough.
No enemy is going to attack without taking both docks into consideration. That's why we need to build underground tunnels before anything else.
But we're on an island. You know, surrounded by water. Where would these tunnels even lead to?
This island's
Isn't
a
it
prison
obvious?
surrounded by water.
We'll dig underneath the sea to another uninhabited island nearby.
But there are no other islands nearby.
If it means getting my tunnels, I'll build an island too.
I want my tunnels!
Are you listening to what you're saying?
It sounds like he's daydreaming to me.
And what's wrong with having some dreams? This is a great opportunity we have here. You guys just don't get it.
It's okay. I get where you're coming from. But they'll never understand. You might as well save your breath.
I'll bet his favorite Disney song is Dig a Tunnel.
Scout ship.
Looks like you like this island. Fly free, noble hawk. Hunt to your heart's content, Grokky.
Was that actually his name?
Grokky.
I lost a bet to a young man, and he dared me to prove my courage by sailing out to a Class 4 island. Now, I can handle myself, but man, it ain't fun and games there. I nearly got killed by demons.
You actually stepped foot on a Class 4 island?
Not even. I was still approaching it by ship when this stuff that looked like spider silk started spreading round. These bug-looking demons were using the stuff to try and climb aboard my ship. Damnation! The crew cut those threads as fast as anything, and we got the hell out of there. The whole thing left me bawling.
Well, I'm glad to see you made it out safely. I'd suggest not going near there again.
Oh no, I wasn't planning on it. I had enough of that place to last me a lifetime.
Okay, I've never even been to one of those, actually. Man, nothing in the way of, nothing in the way of good materials for them. Everything I have is already better. Unless... Oh, it's been a while, so if I lose, I'd have to do all this shit again, and I am not doing that. What was up this way again? Oh, this is like a northern watchtower or something.
We're here. What now?
Well, so I've been thinking about Earth Pulse points. They're where the flow of the Earth Pulse, the Earth's natural forces, are concentrated.
Right. And Inominat is using those points to acquire malevolence and reawaken himself. You seem to have a knack for sensing them out. Once you're close enough, you can even pinpoint their location.
Except, I don't have to be close at all. When we came here yesterday, I felt another place. A place just like this.
Are you saying you can use this Earth Pulse point as a conduit to find the others?
I think so. I don't know how far it works, and I can't say if a Therian will be on the other end.
Still, it'll give us something real to go on. Please, give it a try.
Okay.
Anything?
Yes, I felt it. There are dozens of Earth Pulse points scattered around, but I sensed a few big ones that stood out.
So you can even detect their size.
Yeah, at least I think I can. This island is one of the big ones. There are two more like it somewhere to the east and the southeast. But I think those are the Warg Forest and the Temple of Palamedes.
Still, that suggests we're more likely to find Therians at the larger Earth Pulse points.
We've got 3 Therians to go. Anything that helps us narrow down our choices is a boon.
Yeah, you've done great work today, Laphicet.
That's for sure. Thank goodness you're here. You're a marvel. One of the wonders of the world, kiddo.
It's not that big of a deal, really.
Then let's go Therian hunting. We have an honest-to-goodness lead.
Or dishonest-to-badness in our case.
Broke again. Still not good enough.
You think it's your swords that are weak. You don't think maybe your body's just stupid tough?
No. If it can't cut me, it's just not good enough. I need stronger materials to make a better sword.
I was scrolling and I didn't realize that my sound was on.
Orichalcum, but getting that stuff is next to impossible.
Orichalcum. That's the strongest metal in the world, right?
Yeah, it's how you forge
a
the
rare
ultimate
metal
weapon.
that's only been found in ancient ruins, and seldom at that. I've seen fragments of the metal myself, but I've never even heard of a piece large enough to forge into a weapon.
I have. I heard a rumor that a block of orichalcum was discovered in an ancient ruin some 200 years ago. Unfortunately, the boat carrying it sank in a storm.
From the depths of the earth to the depths of the sea.
A sunken ship. Treasure at the bottom of the sea. That would stir any sailor's heart.
If we knew where to find it, could it be salvaged?
The ship's crew drowned, so nobody knows where she sank. Besides, it's a centuries-old rumor. Who's to say it's even true?
Right. No sense in wishing for what can't be gotten. I'm sure there's other material you can use.
Even Dial makes a good point sometimes.
Hey, what do you mean, even Dial?
Even Dial.
He can't even shyly put his hand behind his head. He had no
like
head.
That's just weird, Kamoana.
Even Komoana's getting weird.
All right, so our target is an Earth Pulse point about as big as the one here. Let's start with the closest one and go from there. Which way is it?
The closest one is to the west.
Got it. Lead the way, Laphicet.
My pleasure.
I understand why the Abbey turned this island into a prison. The waters here are filled with rapid sea currents. Make a single wrong turn of the rudder, and your ship will be capsized just like that. Not to mention the fog and all the storms that pass by. It must be nearly impossible to escape.
Aye. To get on and off this island, you'd need a vast store of nautical knowledge and a skilled hand.
Thanks to your curse, Eisen, we've gotten good enough to handle rough seas like this.
The storm that kicked up when we made our escape was huge, and all we had were 3 novice sailors. Thinking back on it, we had some seriously good luck.
The first mate told me we're going to be looking for an Earth Pulse thingy, right? The ship's ready to leave whenever. Do you want to depart now?
It's here! This is the Earth Pulse point!
Nothing but open water as far as the eye can see. Is your Earth Pulse point down below?
Most of this world is covered by ocean, so of course there'd be a lot of Earth Pulse points in the deep sea.
But surely even the Abbey would have a hard time containing a Therian underwater, right?
Looks like this one's a bust then.
Sorry, everyone.
Hold on. We've seen a bug Therian. You don't think there could be fish as well?
You may have a point. I think I have just a solution for this.
You do?
Fish it out.
This.
Yep.
What?
Don't give me that look. I'll have you know this is Fujibayashi's
She
rock.
does?
This baby's 9 feet long, made from a single piece of the finest bamboo aged 5 years, with a slow 60-40 action that almost feels alive when it bends. Its exquisitely wrapped handle feels like an extension of your own arm. And just look at that elegant black lacquer finish. It's as perfect a fishing rod as there can be.
I'm sure it's a lovely fishing pole, but fishing? Are you sure? This is a Therian we're talking about.
All the more reason. Remember who you travel with.
Okay?
All right, if no one else will, I'm going to veto this fishing idea.
Aw, come on, let's give it a shot. Besides, I'm hungry. Even if all we catch is fish, at least we'll have dinner.
I'd love to have me some koi or sockeye salmon.
Don't encourage them. How do you attach the hook to the line? Like this?
You don't go fishing much, do you?
It's just been a while. I used to go fishing with my brother sometimes.
This is my first time.
Then we can try it together.
I'll teach you how it's done.
I didn't know you could fish, Eleanor.
Yeah, when I was little, old man Tenny taught me. He was from my village. I've caught at least 100 treat loaches over the years.
Wow, that's a lot of fish.
Those two really get along. If I didn't know better, I think she's his sister, not his vessel.
Eleanor certainly got Lafisette's number. Better watch out, Velvet, or she'll steal him away.
Lafisette.
Let's get the line set up properly. First, you take it and thread it through the hook, like so.
That looks hard.
Hey.
Once you get the hang of it, you'll be able to do it with your eyes shut.
Okay, I'll give it a shot.
Luffy!
Huh? You mean me?
Oh, I was just... Be careful there. Wouldn't want you falling into the water or anything.
I'm not a little kid, you know.
It's just that Laffy fell in once. A long time ago.
Laffy? You mean your younger brother?
That's right. You reminded me of him is all.
If you say so. Is that all you wanted to say to me?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay then. I'm going back to fishing with Eleanor.
People aren't as easily swapped in and out as fish hooks, are they?
Is that supposed to mean something?
Oh, Velvet, you gotta get it a lot tighter than that. Here, let me take a look at it.
Huh? Oh, all right. Can Can I have my rod back now?
Hey, don't rush me here. If I don't get this squared away now, it'll just cause you trouble later.
I appreciate the effort and all, but do you seriously think we'll actually catch a Therian here?
Beats me, but the first mate hasn't met a fish he can't catch.
Huh. Eisen's really that accomplished of a fisherman?
Old Man Tenny sounds like he was a real goofball.
Definitely. He used to say the weirdest things while we'd be fishing, just to make me laugh.
Like what?
Oh, it was all nonsense, but it was funny to me. The silly stuff like, Papero, Popero, Pippity Poppity Poo.
Yeah, that's silly, all right.
Those two look like they're having fun.
If you truly admired the fishies, you'd never dream of doing this to them. No matter how tasty the bait, it's a poor trade for a barbed hook in the lip and a cruel death in the unforgiving air.
I don't admire fish. Fish exist to be caught and eaten, as far as I'm concerned.
Can't argue there. Raw, boiled, or grilled with a little salt. You can't go wrong. And if they're nothing but food to you, even their wretched squirms of agony can hold a kind of beauty.
Hey, Eisen, how about a competition? Let's see who can catch the biggest fish.
Don't be ridiculous. Fishing is a solitary battle. It's about meditation and self-control.
Oh, aren't you the philosophical one all of a sudden?
But I suppose. I can't deny I really want to put this rod to the test.
Yeah, I know that feeling. Whenever I find a good sword, there's nothing I want to do more than to swing it.
Sure enough. There's just something about good equipment that gets the blood pumping.
Yeah. Although in my case, it's usually more like blood spurting.
A bit too much blood either way, if you ask me.
Listen, we're fishing no matter what. Wouldn't a competition be better for getting that blood of yours pumping?
Fine. You're on. But we both know already how this is gonna end.
You can plan all the victory speeches you like, but fishing is like life. Doesn't always go the way you think it will. You ready? Let's do this.
At what point did the Therian hunt turn into a contest?
Hey, Velvet! I've got your rod all set up for you. This thing could even catch a whale if you wanted to. The rest is up to you. Now get out there and fish up a big one.
A Therian, you mean? Might as well give it a shot.
He is holding the
It's not
rod
like anyone
in
else
such a way
remembers
that he'd
what
be
we're here
fishing
for.
on the floor.
Something's pulling the line.
Stay calm. Fishing isn't about strength, it's about timing.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Here it comes. You ready?
Damn right I am. I'll fillet it before it can even land.
If it's a Therian, don't you dare kill it.
Now! Heave!
Some horns.
Well, what do you know? Neither a fish nor a Therian.
Well, shoot. Can't eat that.
Oh.
It looks like it fit you though, Laphicet. Why don't you try it on?
I concur. Maybe it'll bring out his unique personality.
My unique personality, huh?
See? What did I tell you? It looks great on you, Laphicet.
You really think so?
Yeah, brings out your special charm, kiddo.
Come on, back to Therian fishing.
Oh.
Oh, I thought he threw him in the water.
You don't need to take it so seriously.
I have to catch the Therian. Maybe then Velvet will see me for who I am.
Not a bite.
Oh, quit your grumbling. Who was it who said fishing doesn't always go how you think it will?
Spoken like a true, heartless pirate.
Oh, hey! I've got something!
Treasure.
Whoa, looks like I'm next.
A mustache.
Not a single decent catch.
I think it's decent.
Huh?
Oh my god.
You found a look all your own. Ah, the vagaries of youth.
You don't take half measures, do you, kid?
What's wrong, Laphicet?
You look ridiculous. Take that
No.
off.
Stop it! What do you know about me anyway?
I know that looks silly on you.
All you know is you're Laffy.
Oh, fuck.
Hey, Velvet, something's pulling on your rod.
Huh? Oh.
It's a big one.
Give it everything you've got.
I know what I'm doing.
It's a big one, all right, but...
A pot. Yay.
But what's a pot doing out here?
There's something inside it.
Oh.
An octopod?
I wish they'd stop making those noises.
Watch out! They're armed to the squeak, and they're shouting, "Let's fight a thing!"
Must you? We're finished here. Let's go.
Phew. That was
That
scary.
small little pot held 4 of those things.
Be more careful before you approach a suspicious object.
You think Laffy would have stayed back?
Oh, he's getting mouthy.
That has nothing to do with this.
Hold on. There's something else inside. Now we gotta fight the shambling dead?
A zombopod!
For a bunch of dead guys, they're awfully, fleshy.
Further support for the healthy octopus diet.
We're finished here. Let's go. An octopus army? A horde of undead? What the hell is this pot?
Magnificent. To think I'd get to see one with my own eyes.
Huh? Is there something special about this creepy old pot?
Creepy, you say? That's why these things need to be left to the professionals. Listen and behold. This is none other than a water jug made by the potter Groon during King Clauden's reign. It was a legendary, once-in-a-millennium masterpiece, but it was lost in the Second Warring States period 200 years ago. Assertive yet not ostentatious, the piece draws you in with its stately curves and the subtle shimmer of its colors, which belie a hidden savagery.
2 lectures in one day.
Yeah, he's talking gibberish, but that's men in general, I suppose.
The lost glazing technique of the Orosaurin is so vibrant, it looks like it could start moving at any moment. Huh?
Oh, and start moving it did.
Look out! The pot's a demon!
Whatever you guys do, make sure you don't smash it!
So, can I slash it?
That's even no mercy! Won't that be?
I didn't get the new one.
Stay away!
Watch it! Under pressure! Damn! Under pressure! Under pressure!
Watch him, Auburn!
No escape! Stay away! No escape!
Oh!
You broke me! Here's your justice! Fighting order!
Have I not seen that one before? I don't remember.
Shooting star! No escape! No escape! Jade way! 1-2! Hurricane! Jade way! See this? Shooting star! Deception! Crushing wave! Where it comes! Incandescent speed! Devastating wind! Armor crusher! Double haze! Vengeance! 1-2! Double haze! I mean, clear way! Invigorate us! Hurricane! Yes! See this? Coiling surface! Fierce! Like heal us! Punch! Hurricane! Shooting star! Pushing wing! Armor crusher! Push forward! Heal us! Crimson Storm! Down! Rolling black quagmire! No escape! Push forward! Hurricane! Light heal us! Shooting star! Double haze! 1-2! Hurricane! Armor crusher! Shooting star! Jade way! Take the dive! Light heal! Here's true! Here it comes! Slow down! Take the dive! Double haze! Double haze! Slow down! Light heal! Clear way! Generate us! First aid! Inspiration! Get his eye! It works! Atlas split! Pushing absorber! Water mine! Atlas split! Pushing weight!
I'll finish this!
I can heal it!
Let's go!
Yes. I can heal the wounds, but I can't heal the pain!
Quickness! Blades of wind! Strike strike! Air thrust!
Better watch your head! Whoa, what in the world?
Forget the pain and move! Quickness!
Yes. Better slow. I can heal the wounds, but I can't heal the pain!
Let's go!
Eat it! These upon my fiery mirrors!
How's that?
Let's go! I can heal the wounds, but I can't heal the pain!
I refuse to fall here. It's finally decided to behave itself.
Wait, Velvet! Don't eat it!
It's a pot. I'm not gonna eat it.
I guess there weren't any Therians to be found here after all.
Yeah, if there'd have been any, you'd think old Eisen's Reaper curse would have drawn him out.
Oh, so that's why all we caught today were weird, useless things.
Right. I forgot about the curse. So all this was Eisen's fault, huh?
Funny how quickly you get used to it.
Oh, my power didn't end up helping us out at all.
Nope.
Hmm.
But I know you're not the type to give up after a little setback. Isn't that right, Fee?
Huh? Fee?
It's your nickname. Not a whole lot of thought put into it, but... You're you. You're Fee.
Velvet.
Fee. I like it. It has personality.
Thanks.
Of course, if you still feel like giving up.
No, I'm gonna find us the next Earth Pulse point.
Oh, hey. There's something else inside the pot. This golden luster, it's orichalcum! I get it now. This must be where that ship sank all those years ago. The one Kurogane told us about.
Hell yeah! Kurogane might actually be able to make me an orichalcum sword. Nice find, Eisen. You too, Laphicet.
It wasn't easy, but we didn't come away empty-handed. And just getting a chance to fish again was lots of fun.
Yeah, I had a really good time too.
Even I was entertained. Especially your little costume show, kiddo.
It'll be the thumbnail of today's video. Probably. Unless something else major happens.
The sun's going down soon. Let's head back to Titania.
Berserker's Palmier.
You sure you want me for this? You sure you want me for this? Food's ready. It's nothing special.
What else do they have in common?
What are you up to?
I'm compiling everything we know about Earth Pulse points, starting with what the ones in Ward Forest and Palamedes have in common. I'll compare those points with the ones that didn't have any Therians. Then, I'll factor in everything I currently know about the Abbey's deployments. Once that's done, I'll match all that information against what we know about the locations Laphicet was able to sense. When that's completed, we should be able to tell which locations are more likely to house a Therian.
You're really going all out, aren't you?
Must you sound so incredulous? If you're going to do something, then give it your all. There is no other way to live.
Right. I'm counting on you then.
I'm not doing this for you. This is for me and for Laphicet. Do you even understand why that boy's trying so hard?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, hey, Velvet. You don't mind if I give Kurogane that orichalcum you fished up, do you?
Doesn't matter to me. But do you really think you can make a weapon with that?
I don't know. What does the expert think?
Conventionally, no, it's impossible. But when has convention ever stopped a demon?
I won't argue that.
We're dealing with the hardest metal in existence. But I'm ready to cast aside all doubt, to focus everything on forging my greatest creation.
If anybody can do it, it's you. Good luck, Kurogane.
Yeah, best of luck. If you can make Rokuro stronger, you'll be helping me out too.
Have you been practicing your dove impression, Velvet?
What? No.
Now. A performer in Magilou's menagerie has to be more diligent than that. What if we're stopped at a checkpoint and the guards ask you to perform a trick?
If that happens, I'll show them my trick where I devour an entire witch faster than the blink of an eye.
Oh, that would be a sight indeed. But seriously, if you ever want some magic tricks up your sleeve, let me know and I'll teach you some. Just 10,000 gold each.
No.
Laphicet! I spy! I can't, Kamawana. I've got stuff to... I spy with my little eye. Something that starts with V. Okay, I'll try. Is it Velvet? No fair! How'd you do it so fast? Wait, Kamawana, I'm sorry. You don't have to cry.
Poor Fee. Hey, what do you say we track down another Therian?
Sure. From what I can tell, the next closest Earth pulse point is near the center of Midgand.
Midgand, huh? The capital's not far from there. I wonder how things are now that Griffin's gone, though.
Only one way to find out.
Maybe so, but Isen's not here, you know.
You're right. I haven't seen him in a while. We should probably ask Benwick where he wandered off to.
Yeah.
Hold on. There's a letter here. On pretty cutesy stationery, too. Let's just have a quick look-see. As the cold turns bitter and the snow piles up on the mountains, I cannot help but think of you and hope you are in good cheer. As for myself, I am the same as ever, although I recently acquired a rare item that I shall be sending your...
It's rude to read other people's letters, you know.
Yeah, but how else are we supposed to find out whose it is?
Does it say who the sender is?
Uzfamiwu Wexov.
Who the hell is that?
Probably someone on this island, if I had to guess. Hey! Anybody lose a letter?
Do any of these folks look like the type to write a fancy letter?
Point taken.
It could be one of the pirates. Why don't we go to the docks and ask around?
Fine, just don't forget our mission.
No reply this time either?
But she's doing okay. I can say's that much.
That's good to hear. I can rest easy then.
Now's about getting that pot wrapped. I's got this new sunflower printer. How's that sound?
Yeah, that one's cute enough. Let's go with that.
Did he just say cute?
Help you with something?
Someone dropped this letter. Do you have any idea who it might...
You didn't read it, did you?
Wait, it's yours?
We didn't read it. Much.
You really didn't read it?
No, of course not.
Put this letter in with the package.
Who's got it? When you ship with the Turtles Express, rest assured your mail is in good hands.
If you're done here, we're ready to head out. Our destination is Midgand.
Yeah, I'm all set.
Was he sending a gift to someone? And with a letter, too.
Gotta be a lady friend, that's for sure.
You think? Either way, that letter was really polite. And did you see that penmanship?
Yeah, I didn't know old Reeps had it in him.
I can hear you two,
Whoa.
you know.
I noticed you've come up with your little name for the kid. You sure are the sentimental type, aren't you?
Oh? Calling him Fee doesn't cost me anything, and it's not like I gave it much
No,
thought.
you didn't.
That may be the case, but no one else has taken even that token effort. And in doing so, I wonder if maybe you were trying to encourage him to be his own being. After all, one requires a name before he can consider his own identity. Having been given a name, he realizes he is his own entity, separate from others, and a certain formless essence comes to life inside him. And you're the one who set that process in motion for the kid. Whether you intended to or not, you changed him from a puppet into a living being.
So what's your point?
I've been with you since the start of this journey, haven't I? Wouldn't kill you to give me a nickname, would it?
I've never really thought of us as being that close. And besides, you just forced your way into the group.
Come now! I know you've got a bigger heart than that! Surely you have it in you to give a nickname to a dear friend!
We're not dear friends. And even if we were, I'm not good at nicknames anyway.
Please, I'm begging you!
Okay then. Moggy.
Oh, come on, that's so obvious! Can't you put some heart into it for your dear friend?
Fine. Lou.
Do I look like an old man to you? You're not even trying!
Okay then. Witchy McWitcherton.
Interesting. Well, if I had to rank it against 1,000 other nicknames, I'd probably put it at number 1011. A nickname needs to have charm. It needs to leave a lasting impression.
Sure then. Hattie.
Now you're just saying what you see!
Book skirt.
That's not any better either!
Ms. Creepy Eyes.
That's just an insult! Look, no nicknames based on what you see, and especially no slandering!
Lil Miss Witch who smiles around you but stabs you in the back when you're not looking.
Hey, that's personal information!
Look, I told you. I'm not good at coming up with nicknames.
Forget it! I should have known this wouldn't work!
She tried to warn you.
Better watch what we say from now on.
Yeah.
Aizen, what happened to those octopuses?
Dial and Kurogane took them to the kitchen. They said they were going to make dinner for Kamoana.
They're going to feed demons to her?
A Therian needs malevolence to survive.
That's why they carried them off alive.
What do they plan on making?
Octopus ink pasta with takoyaki and fried octopus on the side, and Hellavesian octopus carpaccio.
Oh,
do they
that
have a
sounds pretty
takoyaki
good.
pan here at the prison?
Kurogane hammered one out with some iron, along with a large pot for the pasta.
Still looking like that? Takoyaki would hit the spot right about now, though.
Oh, I've always wanted to try it.
Octopus ink pasta, huh?
Like squids, octopuses release ink as a defensive mechanism, but theirs is made of different stuff and is used in other ways. Squid ink is stickier and acts like a decoy, but octopus ink spreads out like a cloud of smoke. But squid ink has 30 times the savory flavor, so octopus ink isn't used in pasta all that often.
Laffy told me the same thing. He said that's why octopus ink pasta isn't very good.
Laffy said that?
Yeah, so I ended up not making it for him. But I wonder... I guess it doesn't matter, since I can't taste it now.
I'll taste it for you then. So make me some octopus ink pasta sometime, alright?
Alright, and I'll be sure to make some that doesn't come from demons.
Hey, who did Aizen send that letter and cooking pot to, anyway?
I don't want to think about it. That walloping still stings.
You've got to be
Oh, he
curious,
did hit
though,
them.
right?
Maybe.
It was serious stuff. Whoever it is must be important to him. A lover, maybe.
Aizen's lover.
A child wouldn't be happy with that cooking pot, and a man wouldn't want it wrapped up so pretty. A young woman with Aizen's tastes, then. He'd be bound to fall for a miraculous match like that, right?
I don't know. I bet she's that girl with the yellow umbrella.
You really have a thing for her, don't you?
I do not. That's not what I mean.
Then pray tell, what do you mean?
Huh?
Eavesdropping, Eleanor? How unseemingly rude of you. Besides, Laffy said is free to like whomever he chooses.
You're one to talk about eavesdropping, Moggy Lou. Anyway, it's just that the sunflower design on the wrapping reminded me of her.
Now that you mention it, but does it really matter? He has someone to write to in any case.
True. I can't help but feel a bit envious.
What a nice way of summing it up, Velvet. So you were eavesdropping too, then?
Say, what do you think about Eisen?
Oh, so that's the kind of guy you're into, hmm?
Huh. Not what I'd expect, but...
No! I just feel there's something different about him. The way he picks presents, the objects that catch his eye.
Oh, is that all? Boring.
No kidding. All men have some kind of particular interest, big or small.
I suppose that's true, but he seems a bit, shall we say, overly obsessive?
Now that you mention it, he does have a tendency to ramble on about various topics.
He info dumps.
And it's not just the items he collects.
There's more to it?
Every weekend he eats curry for dinner, and every time we go into port, he docks at the 3rd bollard.
Come to think of it, I heard the galley crew complaining that he always needs his pasta cooked exactly the right way.
And when he needs a new outfit, he always goes to the same tailor and returns with identical clothes and boots. It all has to be exactly the same size and in exactly the same color. Turtle says he's very nitpicky.
Sounds like he's not so much picky as he is a pain in the ass.
But I do see a different side of him now. I thought pirates were all rough and filthy, but it seems they can be quite meticulous.
Not much of a reassessment.
It must not feel great only ever getting tails, I bet.
Nah, I don't really mind that much. It's way too late for me to start letting that bother me.
Yeah, but wouldn't it be nice to get heads at least once? Hell, I know I'd like to see that, and I bet Laphicet here does too.
Yeah, I do.
Right? That's why I've brought something a little special. Ta-da!
What's so special about that coin? It looks identical to the one Eisen already has.
The front side does, yes. But both sides of the coin are actually heads. I had Kurogane make it for me custom. If both sides are heads, then not even the Reaper's curse can stop it.
Well, yeah, but that's cheating. What's the point in getting heads if it's rigged that way?
It's not cheating. It's called effort and hard work.
How?
If you always work hard and never give up, you'll make your own way forward. All right, I'm in. I'll get that heads for you.
What?
That crow just flew off with the coin!
Those birds are attracted to shiny objects, I suppose. Damn it! I can't even win against a crow.
Don't sweat it. I figured something like this might happen, so I had a backup ready. Go on, give it a shot. You'll show that curse who's boss this time.
All right, here goes.
I don't believe it! Now Prince Percival's griffin's gone and eaten the other coin right out of the air!
What?
Are you kidding me?
Not to worry. I've got a spare backup. It's time to put that curse on
He's gonna be out of
notice.
money soon.
Right. Here I go.
What?
You gotta be kidding me. Reaper's curse or not, does it really
The
have to go this
coin
far over a
exploded?
damn coin?
It's fine, really. I had a feeling it'd turn out like this.
Well, I sure didn't.
Yeah,
Might be
me
the funniest
neither.
skit so far. Oh, that was... his luck is so bad, he tries to flip a coin and it fucking explodes.
Hey, Eisen, is there, anything we can do about the prince's hawk? Griffin, I mean. Every day, it goes out on these hunts or whatever, and brings back the weirdest stuff. It's making a real mess
Still
out of the deck.
Hawk's Hunt. What's the big deal?
Well,
What the
yeah.
fuck?
At first it was bringing back good stuff like seaweed and fish, things we could cook with. Sure, I was glad for a while. But then it started to escalate. Now we're talking 150 kilo amber cants and 350 kilo killer swordfish that it's catching.
That's not a bad thing, is it? It just means more to eat.
It is when they're being dropped from the sky onto the deck. Especially those killer swordfish and razor-sharp bills. What if somebody gets run through by one?
Can't you just warn the prince that his bird needs to be more careful?
Yeah, we could, but he looks so happy watching his hawk. I'd hate to spoil it for him.
Yeah, The prince looks so happy whenever Griffin is flying free. He kept grinning and asking Grocky all nice-like if he wanted to fly some more.
Grocky?
That's what Kamawana kept calling Griffin. She says she came up with it by combining Griffin and Hawk.
This is probably the first time in the prince's life that he's tasted any freedom. His whole life, he's only done what duty dictated of him. Letting Griffin fly was his first free act. To the prince, Grocky's an extension of who he is.
So what are we going to do?
Nothing, really. It's not like it really hurt anybody.
But it's punctured some major holes on the deck!
I'm sure even the prince knows when to rein it in. Let him have a little fun. He deserves it.
I don't know about all that. I'd say the prince is letting his newfound freedom get the better of him. Hey, I was just up on deck and it looks like Griffin's caught an elephant tuna this time.
An elephant tuna? That's the really big tuna that can swallow a killer whale whole, right?
That almost sounds like a demon to me.
Yep, huge fish, gills like elephant ears. I saw it myself. From the looks of it, I wouldn't be surprised if it was a demon. It's crazy valuable. On a good day, it can fetch 20 million gold on the market. But there's something ominous about seeing it hovering in the air above the ship.
20 million gold? I take back everything I said. The prince and Griffin can do whatever they want.
Did she say above the ship?
Oh, hell. Benwick, we need to stop Prince Percival.
Aye, aye, sir. Hey! Don't drop that on the deck! Are you listening to me?
May I ask you a question?
What?
You're an Earth Moloch, yes? Why live on the sea when your kind sinks in water?
I live on the sea because I'm an Earth Moloch.
I'd be curious to hear more.
Ifrid used to go on about how we should accept what we were born with. But one time he joked about the idea of a pirate who couldn't swim, and he laughed and laughed. I wanted to clobber him right then and there, but it wouldn't have changed the fact that I can't swim. I didn't want some predestined elemental affinity to control who I was. Instead, I underwent tough training to overcome it.
Well, I guess that's one way to approach it. Did this training of yours bear any fruit?
Well, as soon as I stepped into a river, a big flood brought down a landslide from the mountains and swallowed me up. Then, when I tried going into a lake, the seaweed suddenly multiplied and tangled around my body, nearly drowning me. And then finally, when I tried jumping into the ocean, a huge whirlpool formed with me at its very center.
The Reaper's curse at play?
As far as I'm concerned, my Earth affinity and my Reaper's curse aren't much different, and that they've both shackled me since I came into being. This is about pushing and challenging the constraints I was born with.
So, did you eventually learn how to swim?
Pretty much, yeah. As long as I never let go of my portable life preserver.
It's got a floaty!
Oh,
I have a floaty. I have water wingies. Alright, we're going to Port Zexton then. Roughly a half hour left in the stream. Roughly.
The boss has given me a message for you. Says there's some sort of nasty demon running around in the Eldina Plains, to the east of Logris. She thought it might be the one you're looking for.
Wasn't the Eastern Highway closed off from Logris?
That was only temporary. It's back open now. If you follow the road, you'll reach Stonebury Village. There you'll find one of ours who actually saw the demon. You want to know more? That'd be a good place to start.
Got it.
Hey, that's the same direction I sensed.
Give Tabitha our thanks.
He's walking awfully slow.
It's looking more and more like we're on the right track. We ought to go check out that Bloodwing story.
Then let's start by going to Stonebury.
Hey, Eisen, did I say something wrong back there?
No. I just didn't think we needed to give the Bloodwings any information for free.
Huh?
He means the Earth Pulse points, kid. We're the only ones who know about them.
But aren't we on the same side as the Bloodwings?
We're not enemies with them. But I wouldn't go so far as to call them our friends either.
That's just how it goes in the underworld. Things can change at the drop of a hat. A poison hat.
But how are they supposed to trust us if we don't show them trust in kind?
That messenger knew our faces, even though we'd never met. He was here waiting for us, even though we hadn't told anyone where we were going.
You're right.
We hardly know the first thing about them, and yet they seem to know every move we make.
They could easily sell us out if it struck their fancy.
They'll work with us as long as we're a useful ally in their resistance against the Abbey. But the more tricks we can keep up our sleeve, the better.
We've got each other's back, but only as long as we hold a knife up our sleeve. That's what counts as trust in the underworld.
That sounds terrible. But at least you can trust that Tabitha's cooking will be tasty.
Can't argue that.
This is everyone's first time to Stonebury, right?
Why was it blocked off? Demons?
No, there was a great tornado on the Aldina Plains that swallowed up a whole merchant caravan. Hundreds gone in an instant.
The cooling of the climate is causing bouts of odd weather. Thunderstorms, heavy downpours, and the like.
Correct. The Abbey is keeping a tight guard on traffic through the affected areas.
If it's open now, that must mean the tornado is gone.
I wonder what sort of place it is.
It's quite lovely. In the vast forest to the east, you can find gemstones, and it's teeming with rare plants and insects. The locals trade only as much meat and hides as they need, and they live peaceful, quiet lives.
You sure know a lot about this place.
It's where the Norman he first fell in love with grew up.
Yeah! Please don't embarrass me. Though we are apart from each other now, our hearts are still as one.
Immediately after you and I made our pact and set off, she fell in love with some macho Norman and moved away.
What? Why haven't I heard about this? How long have you known?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe I found out during my long search for you. Or maybe it was right after we left. I remember leaving something in the village and going back to... Oh well, not like it matters.
It does matter!
There's no sense in crying over a fickle girl. Come, Stonebury awaits.
Wow, so... Alright, so we got two more monsters to fight.
The Eastern Plain is finally open for travel. I hear that the people of Stonebury are alive and well. My husband and I can breathe a sigh of relief.
I wasn't worried about him at all.
He talks tough, but he was really worried. Oh, sorry you don't know who we're talking about. It's his apprentice.
What kind of apprentice?
My husband's an architect. Even the royal family and the Abbey commission his work. He's been at the docks here on a job. He just finished and we're about to return to Logris.
These people don't care about all that.
Why did your apprentice go to Stonebury?
He's young and talented, but a bit eccentric. He said he wanted to help create a new town, so he set off to the frontier.
A craftsman has to focus on his work. Creating a new town. Ha! He should know his place.
But my husband didn't disown him. That boy's fearlessness reminds me of my husband when he was young.
So you understand how he feels then?
I didn't say that. If he thinks he has the talent, he's free to do as he likes. But if he doesn't follow through with it to the end, I'll be done with him.
Did you hear that? He thinks the boy can do it. If you ever find yourself in Stonebury, go visit that boy's workshop.
Right, I'll do that.
Sorry about my husband. He can be a real grump.
Don't worry about it. I'm pretty used to people like that.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
I'm so happy things have been peaceful around the capital. I can come to the harbor to shop without fear. I heard that those demons that made a mess of the palace have been wrecking towns all over, though. But Shepherd Artorius and the fine folks at the Abbey are on the job. I bet those demons are quaking in their britches.
Let's hope that's the case.
Of course it is. Lord Artorius is incredible. The demons have been mostly cleared from the area around the capital.
Your love for the Abbey and the Shepherd are great and all, but I'd keep it down. If you keep poking around the bushes, you might catch yourself a snake.
A snake?
There's a rage-crazed girl out there who hates the Abbey. She's a real viper, that one.
She sounds awful.
That's what I hear.
Who are you calling a viper?
There's a skit for staying at the inn. At least I thought there was.
It's a history book titled The Rise and Fall of Midgand. About 800 years ago, our continent was conquered by a military force from another continent. Few records exist of the following 500 years. A period known as the Era of Darkness, or the Dark Period. Then 300 years ago, a great hero named Claudin Asgard reunited the kingdom, bringing an end to the Dark Period.
Claudin, huh? Where have I heard that name before?
All right. That's enough for today.
Thanks for teaching me, Arthur. Your techniques are so amazing. Where did you learn them?
They came from my own master, a man named Claudin. He developed them himself.
Wow, they're so graceful. I wish I could move like that.
I've taught you the forms, but for some reason your execution deviates from the ideal.
Well, my body just kinda moves on its own.
You're a handful, Velvet. But I will say you do resemble Claudin some. He was a strange person himself. He always wore this peculiar cape, for instance.
Cape, you say?
Deep down, Claudin was strong like fire, vivacious like water, steadfast like earth, and free like wind. I can't help but admire him to this day.
Wow, I'd love to meet him.
Sadly, that's impossible.
Is he dead?
Yes, he is. He died to protect me. That's why
No way. The events recounted in this book happened 300 years ago. It can't be the same Claudin.
Velvet, are you okay?
I'm fine. Don't mind me.
King Claudin was quite strong, wasn't he?
He was more than just that. He's the most well-loved and trusted king in our history. Or so the book claims.
To this day, All of Midgard's rulers claim to be direct descendants of King Claude in Asgard. Knowing that, there might be meaning behind them bestowing Artorius with the grandiose title of Shepherd. I could see it as an attempt to recreate the same glory enjoyed by the Hero King who ended the Dark Period.
If that's true, it's a childish ploy. The world's not so easily changed.
I wouldn't be so sure. What matters is that the title inspires hope in the people, who in turn give him their support. Then, as their shepherd, he can guide his flock in any direction he pleases.
If Artorius knowingly accepted that title, we can be sure he's fully committed to his cause.
Oh, he's certainly committed. I've seen just how far he's willing to go.
I knew this would be big.
Ooh.
What a treasure!
Bone mask.
Scout ship departing.
Oh, so now Lafayette can announce the departures?
Velvet! Let me in this instant!
You can't come in. And if you do, I'll eat you.
It's not just your room, you know.
You took an oath to obey my every command if you lost our fight. And I'm commanding you to wait just a little longer.
What are you doing out here in the hall?
I left to go out on a little errand, but when I came back, Velvet shut me out of our room. I've been standing here for over half an hour, but she seems no closer to letting me in. I don't know what to do.
Any idea what she's doing inside there?
No, I don't have a clue. All I can tell you is that sometimes I can hear something like deep breathing and soft moaning.
Well, she must be doing something in there she doesn't even want a fellow woman to see.
Something she doesn't want seen. Do you think maybe she's weighing herself?
Even if you allow for getting undressed and then dressed again, there's no chance it takes half an hour to weigh yourself.
Could she be putting on makeup? I've been yelled at for barging in on that before, although not by Velvet.
That's just because you're a guy. I hardly think Velvet would have a problem with me seeing that.
This is no time to just stand there lollygagging, kiddo. Velvet is obviously in great danger this very minute. Her life is hanging in the balance. She's right. You know Velvet, never letting her weaknesses show. She probably kicked Madame Eleanor out because she didn't want anyone to see her in such bad pain.
It would explain the heavy breathing and moaning, too.
Now that you mention it, right before I left, she had a stiff expression and she did not look well.
Well, kiddo, are you going to abandon her in her time of need? The moment to test your mettle has come at last. Test my mettle.
Will you go in there or won't you? The fated decisive hour has finally arrived! Velvet!
What is
what?
it, V?
Huh? Well,
That's the last thing I thought I'd see.
So I...
Seriously? A little cleaning isn't gonna kill me.
But you were looking pale, and we could hear you breathing strangely and making weird sounds.
I don't think I was breathing strangely.
Then what was that noise? It sounded like...
When you're cleaning glass, you breathe on it first, don't you?
Then what about the moaning?
The inn has this room cleaned regularly, but they missed a lot of the details. When I looked at the cups, I saw they still had tea stains from whoever drank out of it last. That's enough to make anybody moan in disappointment.
Oh, I see. But if you told me you were cleaning the room, I would have offered to help you now.
Everyone has their own unique way of cleaning things, so in the end it's just faster to do it myself. My sister had her own ways, and I'm sure you do too, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Anyway, I'm finished so you can come back in again. Whew, what a relief to have that all done.
That is not where I thought that was going, and I think they were setting that up on purpose too. Oh well. What the fuck?
See this?
I just realized Lapis had died.
But I'm this close. I won't miss. Form zero. Guys, like go.
How many of these monkeys are there?
Unarmed? Hardly. These are deadly weapons.
What'll it take to make you go all out?
I think I've finally gotten used to it.
Used to what?
Your powers. I think I've finally got a handle on them in a way that feels right.
That's good. Hopefully you won't faint anymore.
Yeah, and I'll keep learning too. I hope we can make this work out.
Yeah, definitely. Fingers crossed. What's wrong?
Nothing.
Hey! When you and Eleanor made your pact together, she gave you a true name, right? Was it a good one?
True name? What's that?
It's a special name in the ancient tongue given to a Moloch as a necessary step in forming a pact with a human. I gave Bienfu the name Fushicas. It means thing.
That's pretty messed up.
That is fucked up.
It's just my own little way of showing affection.
So what kind of name did you get, Laphicet? What's the matter? She didn't give you a really weird name like Magulu gave Bienfu, did she? If you're not happy with it, I can talk to Eleanor about it later. So go on and tell me.
I'm fine with it.
and I can't tell you anyway.
Well, you don't have to get so worked up about it.
A true name is not something a Moloch just casually divulges to others. They carry a special meaning to us. Speaking it to anyone other than our Pact Keeper carries a special meaning. Between comrades, it means we trust them with our lives. In other cases, it's
Practically a confession of love!
You could have said something sooner, you know.
Laphicet's at a delicate age. You should be more careful in the future.
Oh, really? It's just another way of showing affection.
Dragon.
That's gotta be the demon Tabitha wanted us to know about.
It's flying free, but could it still be a Therian?
I just felt an Earth Pulse point. It's that way, somewhere near the top of that mountain.
Let's check it out.
Everything's relentless here. Code red monster up ahead. Unless that's it. No, it's this thing. I'm strutting around.
A boat worth killing.
God, it won't actually. It will not. big one. That's the noise the gorilla makes.
Yeah, I can really feel the Earth pulse now. It's up above.
Guess we're in for some mountain climbing then.
Weren't we supposed to go somewhere else? I guess we are supposed to go to the top. Well, either way. And that might be the last thing I do tonight anyway. Oh, we're right at the top already.
Here! This is the Earth pulse point I've been feeling. No Therian and no barrier. I must have gotten it wrong again.
I wouldn't be so sure of that. That dragon could well have broken its barrier. Or it might have been too powerful for the Abbey to subdue.
You could be right. After all, dragons make for the strongest demons.
The problem is, we don't know if it's a Therian or not.
Yeah. Let's stick with the plan and head to Stonebury to gather more information.
Am I the only one here who thinks the real problem is how we're supposed to fight a frickin' dragon?
I can't wait to take a good look around. Whoa, now that's what I call a view.
I agree that it's beautiful, but don't leap about so much. You'll fall. I can sense many Earth pulses under this place.
I figured you'd notice that. An intricate web of earth pulses crisscrosses the land under the Aldina Plains. Mountains like these would normally take tens of thousands of years to form, but these popped up in about a millennia.
So the Earth pulses have affected the land?
Exactly. Long ago, people wielded arts that allowed them to manipulate the earth pulses and control the very land itself.
How could arts like that exist?
Perhaps they pushed against key points on the Earth pulses? Like how acupressure can improve a person's blood flow.
That's a rather forced comparison. But you may be right. Either way, those arts have been lost for eons.
I'm impressed, Eisen. You know a lot about everything.
Not at all. There's so much I don't know. For example, the name of these flowers. That's why I travel. To learn.
Aldina alabaster grass.
That's the name of this flower?
Yes. A long time ago, my brother showed me a picture of it in one of his books. They're fragile flowers, They die quickly on their own, but if enough of them gather together, they can survive. Fields of them form beautiful white carpets of flowers. In some cultures, they symbolize kinship, the bonds between people.
Kinship. Huh.
I'll remember that. You and your brother taught me something new today.
I'll never forget either.
Oh, there was a chest. I'm gonna go check that too. Yeah, jump all the way down there.
Are we ready for this?
A complete victory!
Alright, if I were a Bloodwing, where would I be?
We'll start at the inn. It only makes sense.
Raspberries, strawberries, blueberries. They all grow in abundance around Stonebury. We even have a fairy tale about it. One day the ground was covered with so many fallen berries, they all became stones.
Stoneberries. Is that how the town got its name?
The spelling has changed some, but yes. Berries are an important part of this village. We harvest local berries to make jams, pastries, gels, and all sorts of sweets.
Berry-flavored gels! I've never had one.
We've exported our jam and fruit for a while now, but our raspberry gels are still being perfected.
Aw, rats.
Are the vegetables growing in that field special too? I don't think I've ever seen anything like them before.
You've got sharp eyes. But that's right. They're a rare species of wild potato. They're red and they're called radish bells. We discovered them in the mountains nearby. Sadly, the potatoes are actually highly poisonous.
Really? They look so good.
They do. But the skin and the sprouts are toxic. If you aren't careful when removing them, it's Poisonville for you. Deadly poison aside, they're sweet, fluffy, and go great with butter. And when they're fried nice and crispy, they're the best.
So just skin them and sell them. What's the problem?
Yes, we've thought of that, but the way they are now, you have to peel off quite a bit before you get to the edible part. Peel one as big as your fist, and all you get for your trouble is a bit of meat the size of an egg yolk. That's why we're selectively breeding them. One day, they'll have only a thin layer of poisonous skin.
Why not breed them to get rid of the poison altogether?
With no poison, bugs will eat them, and they'll be more vulnerable to cold and heat. With potatoes, as with people, getting rid of everything harmful isn't always for the best.
The water around here is ideal for producing wine and spirits. I've been thinking about fermenting something new.
What will you make? This region's specialty is berries, so a berry wine?
But the chilly air and level of humidity here should be just right for making an amber draft, don't you think?
Considering the geography around here, the water must contain a high mineral content. If you use it to make a rice wine, the taste will be unique.
I've considered all those options, but I must create something that can surpass my greatest rival, Sleeping Princess.
But that's nearly impossible to make.
Exactly. Not an easy task, to say the least. Sleeping Princess is made by filling an emerald cask with water from an enchanted mountain spring and sitting it in direct sunlight for 7 years. The water's magic causes it to change color each year. When it reaches the same deep green hue of the cask, it's ready.
Solar fermenting, huh? It won't be easy to surpass a marvel of the winemaking world like Sleeping Princess.
True, but I've finally found it. The ultimate stone.
A gemstone? Will you make a cask from it?
That would just make it an imitation. No. What I found can only be called a natural rock filter.
You're filtering wine with a rock?
Deep in the heart of these mountains, I found a stone that absorbs liquids. I tried using it to filter a berry wine. The taste of it was unbelievably crisp and bright. It preserved the luscious richness of the berries, while adding a clarity that left me breathless. I call it Pure Land wine. There is no better.
May I have a taste?
My apologies, but it took me 10 years to make a single thimbleful. I drank that thimbleful for my tasting. It'll be about 50 years before I can make a decent batch. I doubt I'll see a full bottle in my lifetime.
50 years, huh? Meet you back here then?
I've never been so glad not to be human.
Scout ship setting sail.
Let's listen to some more scenes, I guess.
I was on my way home from a trip to Logres, crossing the Aldina Plains, when I saw it. Rain was pouring as if from buckets, and the wind was so strong I could hardly stay on my feet. From the vast darkness of the sky, a monster of tremendous size descended, like the essence of the storm itself.
A huge flying demon?
At that moment, a group of exorcists leapt out from their hiding spots and began to battle the demon beast. But it met their swords with its fearsome horns, and a swipe of its tail threw the noble exorcist's back.
Horns and a tail?
Where did the demon go?
I couldn't tell you. I was so frightened, I ran away and never looked back. I hope the Abbey can get rid of it, but the beast took out 3 exorcists with a single blow. Come to think of it, another person was there too. He faced the demon and told it to stop.
Zavid.
If you're going to the Aldina Plains, you'd better be careful.
Take a good look. You need sundries. We got sundries.
Stonebury hasn't had much luck growing just yet, but this pioneer town has a lot of potential. Trees grow well here, and the lumber is of great quality. Oh, we're also close to the quarries, so stone isn't a problem. As long as the demons are contained, this country will rebuild. The need for stone and lumber will soar. Best of all, this area is quiet, has beautiful lakes, and is a perfect place for a craftsman like me to work.
And why settle for anything less? I do feel that you might be a bit short-handed here. It's hard to build without manpower.
You're right. We need something to attract new settlers. Maybe some sort of specialty item?
Is there any fruit or vegetable that can only be found around here?
There is a type of potato called the radish bell that we grow, but it's got a few, quirks.
If you want to attract people, you should just ring a bell. Come to Stonebury, where the money grows on trees.
I will ring a bell till you. I feel you by my side.
A bell tower, huh? That might actually work. We can even use local stones for the bell. The Stonebury Stone Belfry.
It won't work.
Huh?
Try hitting a rock. Doesn't ring.
Ah, how could I have missed that? I'm still such a novice. My master taught me better than this. Think before you build. That's what he always said. I need to do better and not sully his name.
Yay! I found so many blueberries!
What are you gonna do with all those? Make jam?
I'm going to feed them to my chickens. That way they'll lay eggs with purple yolks.
What? You know that won't work, right?
It sure will. The color of yolks change depending on what a hen eats. My grandma taught me that.
Actually, we always feed our chickens corn. Is that why their yolks are yellow? What are you gonna do with purple eggs anyway?
Tourists are coming from the capital again, right? I bet they've never seen purple eggs, so I figure I could sell them for a lot. Maybe I can even make our village famous!
You've thought this out, but will they really sell? You know what they'd make, right? Purple fried eggs, purple omelets, purple egg fried rice. Ooh. Hey, would you want to eat a purple omelet?
Strange things sell, right? You don't have to be so mean just 'cause you can't think of a better idea.
Oh, sorry. Here, let me help you.
Fine. Go catch a whole barrel full of jewel beetles. If we feed them to my chickens, we'll get eggs with yolks like shining jewels.
I really wouldn't want to be your chickens, but... okay.
What a carefree village.
But you know, this is what really makes humanity amazing to me. Attempting the impossible. Reaching for the stars, just as a matter of course.
Aye. Though we may stumble countless times on our way, we can achieve anything we put our minds to.
Attempting the impossible, huh?
That's all well and good, but there are some lines that should never be crossed. Purple eggs. Ugh.
You never know, they could give birth to a purple dragon. Okay, everybody, that's gonna do it for me tonight. Thank y'all for watching. I'm pretty much, man, I'm losing it here. I am pretty confident I'm gonna stream tomorrow. That's gonna be some more Xenoblade Chronicles 2, because I'm gonna be pretty much not around the rest of this week, because I have my girlfriend in town for a wedding. She'll probably stream the Game Awards with me. We were thinking about doing that, but I'm not sure. The last time we tried streaming the Game Awards, it was a fucking wet fart. But who knows? Some big reveals are being teased. I've been down this path before, and I don't want to disappoint myself, but either way, we're thinking about it. And if you like the stream, feel free to give me a follow, Mugiwara JM, in most places. Mugiwara JJM and others, and Mugiwara JJM and some, and Mugiwara_JM and others. And if you like the gaming content, I am more active on Super Bonus Round. That is my Let's Play channel that I do with my friends. We're currently going through Yakuza 4. Alan Wake just wrapped after 4 years of not being done. We're doing Sonic 06 as a reward for reaching over 200 subs. And starting on Tuesday will be our playthrough of Psychonauts. I have never played Psychonauts before, and that is going to run until... Those are all going to run until like about February, it looks like. We'll do Psychonauts 2 after Psychonauts 1 ends, and we're also going to tackle the Rhombus of Ruin too, but we're kind of on a recording break for the rest of the holiday season. We'll probably return to more content and stuff like that. New recorded content in the new year. So I'm just going to focus on streaming for the rest of the holiday season up until Christmas. So get ready to see some more of me on here. So thank you guys all again so much for watching. Have a great rest of your night or day, depending on where you're watching this. And I'll see you tomorrow night for some Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Till then, have a good one. See you later. Stay safe. Catch you on the flip side. Bye-bye.